than Jesus.
All in there.
Pull, bang, pull, bang. How many of you have shot trap before? A few of you. I've shot trap for 7 years and I had a lot of fun while doing it. According to Lily Stonehawker, that did an interview on News Channel Nebraska, coming out to the shoot was a lot of fun. Much more fun than last year where it was cold and windy. Today is beautiful. Just getting to run around and shoot guns was a lot of fun. She was referencing to the Cornhusker National Trap Shoot. Whether you like trap or don't is up to you. The only way to find out is to go out and try it. Trap shooting has multiple benefits, and what every person gains from trap shooting is completely up to that person. Trap shooting is very fun and competitive. Is a very fun and competitive sport to participate in. Today, I will be explaining trap shooting. First, I'll explain the trap shooting knowledge a person needs. Next, I will discuss the proper trap shooting attire and equipment needed. Then I will explain how to stand and call for a clay target. So now let us begin with the proper knowledge needed to shoot trap. The layout of the trap is needed. You need to know the trap range has one house right here that has a clay target thrower in it, and the clay target thrower has a wobbler on it. The wobbler makes it so it's hard to guess where the clay targets are going to fly. Directly behind the trap house are 5 stations in a 1/4, a semicircle. It's not quite a full one. All 5 stations start at 16 yards behind the trap house. 16, and then they also range. Furthest back they go is 25 yards behind. Each station is numbered, 1 being the furthest left station, 5 being the furthest right station, and this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Behind the stations, back here, is usually a gun rack for all the shooters to put their equipment and that stuff. Now that you know the layout of the trap range, the next piece of knowledge you need to know is the correct way to rotate and shoot as a squad. Once all 5 stations have a shooter in them, the person on the first station asks if the squad is ready, and then based on their reply, the first shooter usually goes, calls for a rock, and then after he shoots or she shoots, it's the second person's turn on the second station, and then they just keep on rotating. To call for a clay target, shooter says pull. The shooter then shoots the target, and then it's the second station's turn. Once 5 shells are shot at each station, the shooters rotate. And then while the shooters are rotating, there's a scorekeeper back here, or right around in here, keeping score. And when the shooters are rotating, after 5 shells, the scorekeeper tells them what they shot at that station or that post. If the shooter does not hit the target, the scorer card calls out a loss. But if the shooter hits the target, the score doesn't say anything. Once 25 shells are shot, then their score is tallied and kept, and then the shooters may exit the line and go back to the gun rack. Usually, before they exit the line, the scorer yells dead and out or something along that lines. Now that I have discussed the knowledge needed to shoot trap, it is time to move on. Now I'm going to go over the proper trap shooting attire, the proper safety equipment needed for a shooter that they must have are hearing protection. These are earbuds put in while shooting. Eye protection, I didn't bring that today. And proper clothing attire necessary for the weather conditions. Since it's outside, you don't know what kind of weather you're going to be shooting in for that day. The next proper pieces of equipment needed to shoot trap are a shotgun, either 12 gauge, 20 gauge, or a 410. This is a 12 gauge shotgun. The proper shells are also needed to shoot out of that gun. A shooting vest, brought mine today, or a shooting pouch. The vest has a built-in pouch to hold your shells, either your empties or your fulls. And then also, some guns require a choke to go on the end of them to shoot better. These are the first few things to get to know trap shooting. The next is actually doing it. Now on to the demonstration for standing and calling for a clay target. The shooter should stand feet shoulder width apart, knees not locked, with the gun down like this. And then if I'm on the first station, I'll ask if the squad is ready for the first time. Then once it comes back around to me, I don't ask that again. So if I'm going to start off, I put a shell in the chamber, close my chamber, with my vest on. I'll put my vest on. So you'll put your shell in the chamber, you'll close it, put your head down on the gun, and then the shooter call says pull, and then it reads wherever the clay target is thrown, based on whatever way the wobbler wants to throw it. Then you'll shoot it, bring it down, pull your empty out, put it in your pouch, then wait for your turn next time, and then you'll grab another one and put it in, just like you did there. So in conclusion, that is all there is to participate in trap shooting. I have shared the proper trap shooting knowledge that shooters needed to have. I described all the proper trap shooting attire and safety equipment. And lastly, I explained the proper way to stand and call for a clay target. With all the topics that I've covered, anyone can go out and shoot trap if you already haven't.
Question.
What's your question?
What kind of shot of shell do you shoot?
Either 7.5 or 8.
Thank you.
Not 4 shot. Good go.